Alright, hey guys, what's up? It's Kyle here. Going to do I want to make a video on this for a while, to talk about, my favorite, matches slash rivalries, of CM Punk, and throughout his career, from his early years in the independent scene up to date, in the WWE. So I'll just start off, number number 6 on my list. Number 6 is one of my favorite matches slash rivalries. CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero. Even though Eddie Guerrero and CM Punk have only wrestled 3 times in the independent scene, IWA Mid South Championship Wrestling, or IWA Mid Championship Wrestling. The matches they had were really, really good. They were top notch, had really good chemistry together in the ring, and this is one of those feuds slash matches that I wish that if Eddie Guerrero was alive today, that we could see in the WWE on a much bigger and broader scale, because I think it'd just be tremendous. I think a lot of people would really enjoy the in-ring work and the build-up between the Eddie Guerrero and CM Punk feud on a global scale like the WWE. So CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero, one of my favorite matches in Punk's career, and vice versa, Eddie Guerrero's career, but also but this is about CM Punk, one of my favorite matches and feuds in his career. Coming to number 6, CM Punk and Chris Hero, aka he will now be known as Cassius Ohno. CM Punk and Chris Hero. I mean, if you guys thought that Daniel Bryan and CM Punk had chemistry, I wish they have chemistry that goes way back just as much as Chris Hero and Punk. Hero and Punk, they go back like even further. Chris Hero and CM Punk, the in-ring work, these guys, they know each other at the back. They know each other like the back of their own hand. I mean, every match these guys have been in has been good, from 1 hour Iron Man matches to 2 out of 3 falls count anywhere match, ladder matches. I mean, you name it, these guys have done it all. They really know each other very well. And one of my favorite feuds and series of matches between CM Punk and Chris Hero, aka Cassius Ohno, who he's now known as. So really love these guys working together, and one of those feuds out in the independent scene that could happen in the WWE, and would absolutely love to see, because it'll just absolutely just be it's money making already. So for anyone who's never seen a Chris Hero and CM Punk feud, should it happen in the WWE, you guys are in for a treat. Number 4 on my list is CM Punk and the Daniel Bryan feud, both in the independent scene and both in the WWE. These guys, again, phenomenal chemistry, great matches. I mean, just a great, pure, athletic wrestling match. And for anyone who's ever doubted CM Punk of being a good wrestler or an okay wrestler with not a lot of movesets, he shows you what he's really all about. You know, I think a person's in-ring ability, you never really get to see the full potential of, or you'll see the lack of, based on who they're working in the ring with. You know, if you have somebody like a CM Punk going up against Big Show, of course you're not going to see the best of his in-ring arsenals and abilities, because what he does to a man his size, he can't do to a 7-foot-tall giant like Big Show. But when you put him in the ring with someone the same size, like a Daniel Bryan, who is just as technical and as good as a wrestler as CM Punk is, then he really puts out all the stomps and shows you all the moves he has in his arsenal. So, and you really see that in his match against Daniel Bryan. So I absolutely love the quality of matches in the East these guys had. They've been overlooked and kind of really should have main evented quite a few pay-per-views that Money in the Bank and Over the Limit that these guys have had. Really should have main evented those pay-per-views, but it is what it is. You know, hopefully maybe one day if they have a feud again, they will main event an actual pay-per-view instead of being the second to third match on the card. So Daniel Bryan, CM Punk feud matches are next in what I enjoy. Let's see, what I got on my list. Okay. Next feud, favorite feud / CM Punk in matches, series of matches, Samoa Joe. I'd put that at my number 2 spot, Samoa Joe and CM Punk. I mean, for anyone who goes back to Ring of Honor, you guys know this is the best feud. This is my personal, in my opinion, Samoa Joe and CM Punk's feud I consider the best in the history of Ring of Honor. In my opinion, one of the top feuds, if not my all-time favorite from that company. Samoa Joe and CM Punk, and Samoa Joe, a big man in size, you know, being able to wrestle the type of style that he wrestles, you know, and in a way, his wrestling build is kind of similar to CM Punk in terms of the Muay Thai kickboxing and stuff. Absolutely tremendous, phenomenal matches. My favorite out of their 3 series, I'd have to say, would be, you know, a lot of people say that Joe versus Punk 2 was better, which I could kind of see. But I think Joe versus Punk 1, I think, was the best out of their trilogy of matches. So that one's probably my number 1 favorite. As a matter of fact, I think Ring of Honor has released a couple months ago an anthology of Samoa Joe and CM Punk's trilogy of matches, which I have to pick up because I had the last 2 pay-per-views with their last 2 matches in it, but those CDs got damaged. I wasn't as careful with those pay-per-view DVDs that those matches were featured on. So definitely want to buy this. Again, you know, one of the top feuds. The first match they had was one of the best-selling DVDs back in 2004 or 5, I believe, was when they had their series of matches, and that was like the best-selling pay-per-view DVD in Ring of Honor's history during that year. Not one of, but it was the best-selling. Another match I also really enjoyed of CM Punk and feud was his feud with John Cena. That's my number 1 favorite. His feud with John Cena and matches leading up to Money in the Bank, or his feud leading up to Money in the Bank, the match at Money in the Bank, and then his match at SummerSlam. Really good matches from John Cena and CM Punk. You know, even though John Cena's a little bit stiff sometimes, has a little bit of a limited in-ring skills. Punk brought out the best in John Cena. John Cena brought out the best in Punk. Great chemistry. Like I said, again, my number 1 favorite series of matches / feuds of CM Punk is with John Cena. The whole thing leading up to Money in the Bank was awesome. Being at the pay-per-view live, just a tremendous atmosphere, and witnessing the climax of Punk taking championship and leaving, awesome. And then even the match they had at SummerSlam was solid. A tad bit better, obviously, than Money in the Bank. And you know, just I'm looking forward to their match at Night of Champions in a few weeks because they definitely have the chemistry and the ability to put on a phenomenal match. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. So this is just a short list of my favorite series of matches / feuds with CM Punk from his years in the indie scenes up to his current debut here in the WWE. I know a lot of people were big fans of the CM Punk Jeff Hardy feud. It was a good feud, don't get me wrong, but it really wasn't. It wasn't my top favorite. Even though they did have a great series of matches, and they did have good series of matches and a good feud going on in terms of their characters, and they played off each other. But the Jeff Hardy Punk feud is not like my number 1 big favorite feud. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Comment, subscribe, peace.